Morning peeps, just a short little piece, say short, it'll depend on how long I take in going through it all. Um, so I've come up with some lies that are spread about being vegan. Uh, and they are crazy ones because of most of the general public would not necessarily fully agree with everything that is put forward. Um, so let's go through one of them first of all. Usual one is that I cannot possibly be healthy on a vegan diet. Um, well, we've got lifelong vegans that prove otherwise, and many more of us that have switched and switching and are perfectly healthy decades on. So, what's that? Also, now this is another good lie as well. I will get osteoporosis as I don't drink milk. Absolute lie. Absolute lie. That that, and it is a myth that was spread by the milk industry on that basis. They pushed that message and only stopped pushing it when when advertising rules came in, really, to prevent them doing so, because it is a known factual lie that being vegan you will get osteoporosis. It is totally the opposite. You are more likely to get osteoporosis drinking milk. And of course that comes to that message that says that humans need cow's milk. And mostly doctors and that still do believe we do need milk. They don't actually push it anymore because they have actually been advised that it's not good for us. But they do not do enough. They do not tell us enough because they allow millions of us to get ill through drinking milk. And yet they know some of the actual truth of the whole matter. And it's not like alcohol. Well, they will recommend that you shouldn't be drinking alcohol. They will recommend it. But again, they will not force it, even though they should. Yeah, but then again, there you go. That's why milk's as natural as drinking alcohol, really. But even less of the health issues are actually told to humans about milk than they are of alcohol. So if you get it like that, is milk is not. Then the other sort of thing that's levelled at us in some parts this is very strange as well, that veganism is a cult. Now, the vast majority of people would never consider veganism an actual cult. They a cool. Yeah, so it's just a total mythology, and it's being built up because of it is being repeated by numerous people around the world, to sort of encourage people to stay away from things like it, like cults, of course. There's another one that comes up as well. Soy is bad for your health. Again, an absolute total lie. These are things that people are actually saying to us, and it is absolute lies. There is no way that soy is bad for anybody's health. Oh, of course, other than the allergic to, but that's all. But it's no good. It's not the unhealthy thing that it is claimed to be. Nuts are claimed to be unhealthy, but that is again only for nut allergens, not for general consumption. Again, plenty of meat is needed by humans. That was always bad. That being brought up, we were given free milk at school. That was absolutely disgusting. I mean, even back then there was scientific evidence proving the ill effects of milk. Not as much as there is now, but yeah. God. Oh, those odd ones like animals on a desert island. What would we eat? It's not even relevant. No relevance whatsoever. I shouldn't even be bothering to mention it myself. It's just so absurd. I need meat for protein is a big one. It's a big one. No, we do not need meat for protein. Nobody needs meat for protein. There is not a single thing in any animal product that humans need as a nutrition. None. All of us vegans are full proof of all that. Oh, these are lovely ones as well. The cows would go extinct or fill the planet if they're not eaten. That is so hilarious. That is just absolutely friggin' hilarious. How the hell can you ever believe that sort of stuff? You do know that the only reason there are the billions of farmed animals that there are now, the only reason they are there is because we have produced them. They have not produced themselves naturally. They would not be here if they were in their wild habitat. They would not be here in those numbers, and that's another myth, massive myth. The animals that are farmed now look nothing like the wild animals that they were. They are not anything natural on this world. They are manufactured by ourselves, selectively bred, manipulated in every sort of horrendous way you could ever imagine. They're just jokes, these actual things that the general public bring to us, that say to us. They are absolute jokes, and yet they make something funny of us. Yeah. God, it's incredible. Oh dear, these are all the big ideas, the big sort of things that people bring to us to say that we are doing more damage to protect their enormous damage to this world. Here's another. The earth is full of plants that are incredible. But all animals are edible. The earth is full of plants that are inedible, rather. But all animals are edible, therefore veganism is unnatural. And that is really dumb. When when it's between over 20,000 edible plants on Earth that that humans can consume, and they decide that they're going to kill and eat a few species of animal, there are animals that we cannot eat, but that's irrelevant. We know the edible plants for the most part. In fact, we know more of edible plants than we know of other species that are being eaten around the world. This is the most ridiculous of all. I do find this by far the most hilarious. Vegans are responsible for more animal deaths than meat eaters. This is empty-headed speaking. It's just beyond any reasonable excuse even. And yet the message is passed around and repeated so often that people do believe it. People are believing that vegans are responsible for more animal deaths than meat eaters. It's hilarious even to people who still eat meat. Even the majority of people can actually see that cannot possibly be. And it really shows up the mentality if people are going to come to us and say that we are killing more animals to feed this 80 billion animals that are farmed. That this is just the ones that go to slaughter. It's probably well over 100 billion animals every year, with those that die before they even get into anywhere of slaughter. All those billions and billions of animals are being fed acres and acres of crops, as much as the land for pasture, and then the extra crops to feed animals. There's the animal deaths are beyond imagination, beyond your comprehension. And it's wrong. We do not need to be killing those animals. Those crops where other animals are being killed, they're just going basically to feed other animals that are going to be then killed by us. Billions upon you're looking over beyond trillions for the lives that are being lost for us to eat animals, and that's just land animals. And you've got trillions more being dredged up from the seas every day. Your excuses are dumb in the most extreme of ways. And I'm not apologising for that, because of you only need to do the research. You only need to look up some simple facts. Look up on What the Health documentary talking about this. Look up on Seaspiracy. Look up on Cowspiracy. All the facts, most of the facts and everything are there. And all you're getting, if you're still consuming animals, you are getting barraged by lies and mistruths and cultural acceptance of things. It is a matter of just simply waking up. And that is not a bad thing. A bad thing is staying ignorant, ignoring what is actually happening. That is bad. That is the reason for all the bad things that happen to us around this world, is us not being awake. You are having no better joy by being ignorant than I am by knowing all this. I'm still having a really good life. Regardless of what you think, I'm still having a really good life. And all of you can as well, even if you know what the truth is. Of course, I can have a much even better life if I don't have to mess with everybody to sort of try to make them understand and form. I will leave it at that anyway, and no doubt you'll make up your own minds as usual, whatever it is. And it's nothing to do with me, because I do not care what you think of me in any shape nor form, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. That's irrelevant. The only thing I care for is the animals that you may be harming. No, you will be harming, sorry. That's all I care about. I just want you to stop harming them. You can. It is easy, and it is not a horror or difficult. Look up Challenge 22 or Vegan 22 and go through their month-long courses and you will get all support and advice that you need to make the change, should you wish to. Thanks for listening. Like if you like, but just watch, at least watch anyway, even if you don't. Speak to you again soon anyway. Okay, bye.